Hi! Oh my goodness, hello everybody! That's where the chat is coming up. Woohoo! Can you guys hear me? Okay, everything sounding good? Thank you so much for all the happy birthday wishes. Oh my gosh. Hopefully everything is looking good. I have the chat on slow-mo, I think, so please let me know if everything is working on your end. Awesome. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Otis. Thank you, thank you. I have missed these lives too. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Oh, thank you so much. So I'm hoping that all the tech works. We are strictly live on YouTube, so no Twitch or any other social media platforms right now. This is a new layout. We are only doing one camera today. So I will be doing the readings right here, and I'll hold up the cards for you because, listen, we ain't gonna have any technical issues tonight. So the lives that we do with the unboxings and flip throughs, that sort of thing, I'll have the camera strictly on the cards. But for tonight, let's just have fun. Oh, thank you, Tamara. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Aw. Charlie's Angel? Thank you. I know. Another year. Another year. I am not counting the past 2 years, so those are not on my age. The past 2 years have been a blur, so they don't count. Hi, Joan. So we'll start with the readings and start the list at 7. I want to make sure everybody kind of gets in here and have it be fair. And then it will be first come, first serve. And I'll explain more once we hit 7 o'clock because I don't want to have to bore you completely with repeating myself all the time. So how have you guys been? Hi, Rowan. Oh, so good to see you. Yeah, throw them in the trash. Thank you, Indigo. Yeah, COVID years don't count. Absolutely not. No, they do not. They are forever gone. Like, I honestly, like, the past 2 years have been such a blur that I don't even remember the order of how things went sequentially. So like I'll remember things and I'm like, did that happen in 2020, 2021, or like even 2019? I don't remember. And then like your Facebook memories come up and you're like, I thought that was like a couple months ago, and it's like 2 years. I'm like, dang, time just went by. So I do have the chat on slow mode, so you can comment, but you'll wait 30 seconds. YouTube will wait 30 seconds before you can comment again. So if you're wondering why you can't comment, it's because of that. That way I can make sure I can see everybody's comments, and I can make sure that we're getting everybody when they comment, if that makes sense. So I can keep up. Hi from Thailand. I have a lot of viewers. Oh, thank you, Joan. I'll put you in first because I know you gotta go quickly. So I'll get to yours in a minute. I have a lot of Thailand subscribers I've seen. It's awesome. I can't believe like people from around the world watch me. It's really crazy, and I try not to think about that too much because then I go into that existential dread. Almost 2-year relationship. Oh my goodness. I can understand that. And it's very fresh. So yeah, I totally understand you tending to that. I'm sorry, but it was probably for the best, right? We got to look at it that way. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to do Joan's reading real fast, and then after I do her reading, we'll start the list. She had already talked to me privately. So we'll get her going because she's got to get out of here for work. So yay. Thank you guys for letting that happen. And then we'll start a list. And then it's first come, first serve is however many cards come out. I'm going to try to limit it to like 1 or 2. But of course, you're going to get the message that needs to come out. So let me go ahead and get to Joan. We're going to be using the Everyday Witch Tarot today because it just felt right. And then Rowan, thank you so much for starting that list. And then let me know if you need help moderating because I think you're the only mod in here tonight. So if you need help, let me know and I'll go from there. Okay, so Joan, I don't know what you've been what's been going on recently. I haven't really talked with you personally, but we've got the Hangman that came out. So that's number 1, and then we got 2 more cards. We've got the 6 of Wands that came out, and then we also got the 5 of Pentacles or the 5 of Coins. I know it's kind of blurry for the cards, but we're making do tonight. So Hangman asks you to be patient, asks you to kind of like take a step back and look at things in a possible new perspective. Maybe there's something that you're not seeing currently, and practice patience. Kind of like let the universe solve your problems in a way. Like if you're waiting on an answer or if there's something that's been bugging you to know the details on or answers, the universe will provide. Just be patient. There might be something that you're not seeing that is like going on in the background to create the outcome. But the 6 of Wands is all about success and coming out on top. So whatever you've been worried about, it will all resolve itself. Whatever has been an issue, what you've been thinking about with that Hangman, it'll all resolve itself. You'll come out victorious. But with the 5 of Pentacles, that showed up in my advice spot. So don't be afraid to ask for help too. So it could be from somebody within the situation, or it could be asking the universe and kind of like surrendering to it. Because with the 5 of Pentacles, sometimes it's all about, oh, thank you so much. It's all about like seeing all of your avenues and all of your options that you have, and you kind of like ignoring it because you're like too prideful for that, which I'm not saying that that's you and your situation, but don't be afraid to ask for help, and don't be afraid to seek other options. So if someone's giving you a lifeline, for instance, don't be afraid to accept. Don't be too prideful. So I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. Thank you guys. You guys are so great. But that's what I see. So just be patient. Just allow the universe to kind of work its magic. Whatever this is, you'll come out on top and you'll be victorious over it. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And that's what I see. So good luck. Yay. And have a wonderful night at work. Hopefully this helps that situation out at work too. Okay. Oh, there you are. You are welcome. Yeah. If you're having issues about like, if you need help and you're too paranoid or afraid to ask, don't be. The right people will support you and help you out, and you know who those are. Yeah. Don't ignore the help being offered to you is what I'm trying to say. So fair warning, I've had a lot of caffeine today. I got my free Dutch Brothers for my birthday, so I've had a lot of caffeine. So if I'm chitter-chattering away, I'm apologizing. Okay, so the next person I saw was Sharon, and you absolutely can have a reading. So how this is going to work, now that I have a lot of you in here, and it's after 7. How this is going to work is it's first come, first serve. So if you would like a reading from me, all you got to do is ask in the comments. Our wonderful mod, Rowan, will provide a list, and she will keep track and tag you or at you when you're up next. It does not, you don't have to tip. You don't have to do any of that. They're completely free. If you would like to tip, feel free. I do have a PayPal and I do have a Venmo in my comments or my description box below. So that way, like, all of it goes to me and not YouTube and me, if that makes sense. YouTube doesn't get a cut out of that. So if you want to do that too, you can. But like I said, completely not required. So first come, first serve. I'll do as many cards as they want to come out. However, I'm going to try to limit it to 2 or 3. 1, 2, or 3. Dutch. Thank you guys. Okay. So got Sharon. And then let's see. I have not tried Tom Young-gong. Okay, we got... oh, look at Rowan. You're so awesome. Otis. Then Blue Breeze. I'm keeping track as well on my end, so that way I don't have to keep scrolling. Then Jasline. Okay. Awesome. Rowan, you are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, happy wedding anniversary. That's so awesome. Okay. So we got Sharon. Lots of 2s. Okay. This might sound weird and it might sound off the wall, but are you currently trying to, like, are you in a relationship? I know this is a lot of kind of personal, but if you're in a relationship, this is a signifying card for that. We've got the 2 of Cups. Okay. And then we have the 2 of Swords, which indicates a need for a decision. And then we've got the Tower. So this is like the advice card with all 3. So I feel like you are either dating, in a relationship, or currently looking. Advice for your person, please. Oh my gosh, I'm just now seeing that. Okay, so that's what we're talking about. Okay, so there's a decision that needs to be made. There is some sort of conversation that needs to be had with the 2 of Swords. There's some sort of, and it might be like a difficult conversation to make. For example, if you're dating, it might be one of those things like, where do you see this going? Are we on the same page, or do we have the same, belief system? Like, there's a decision that needs to be made by asking questions and like on the bigger scale, not just like, oh, what flavor is your favorite? It's like a bigger kind of a deal, because we have the Tower here too, which is the big advice. So this is like a big moment here. So this is like a big, like, make or break type of situation. Like, this conversation could be amazing and move forward beautifully, and you guys are on the same page, or this could be like, we've got to end it because we're not on the same page. But the only way that you're going to know is if you have that serious conversation. And it's scary, and it can feel chaotic, and it can feel detrimental to the relationship. But the thing of it is if you don't ask and you don't have these conversations, then you really can't move forward, because that's always going to like play in the back of your mind, and maybe the relationship will be like surface level. So I see you guys having really good harmony. I see you guys connecting really well emotionally with the 2 of Cups, but there's something that needs to be discussed. And you can't be afraid of the outcome because this is important, if that makes sense. Let me see if I can get a prism card real fast. Yeah, you're being very guarded. There's something that you have not been able to discuss or talk about. So don't be too terrified to move forward. Yeah, there's going to be some stuff that you got to discuss. Yeah, there's this determination card. So there is a big discussion. You got to climb up that mountain. But once you get to it, I think there's going to be a lot of really good resolution and understanding. And like you can kind of... So once this big elephant is discussed that's in the room, it might feel scary at first, but once you kind of discuss everything, the clouds are going to part, you guys are going to have level head, and I think you're going to come to a decision, and it's going to be beneficial for both of you. If that means you guys are going to be together forever and, you know, awesome, but either way that it goes for you, it's going to be for both of your better good, if that makes sense. So hopefully this helped. I know it's kind of... it leaves it open-ended, but you kind of got to have the courage to kind of take that leap and that risk, because otherwise there's going to be like this veil between you guys, and that could end up becoming a resentment feeling. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next one. Okay, we got Otis next. My chair is like squeaking as I turn. That's fun. Hi, Monique. Sorry, I'm trying to see everybody's comments too. Hi, girl. Bye. Welcome, welcome. Awesome. Okay. Thank you so much, Molly. You're welcome, Sharon. I hope that helped. If I start sweating, I do apologize. All right. Okay. Hold on, let me see if I get one more. Not three more, I just want one more. All right. Wow, what is it with the double numbers tonight? Okay, so first step is Three of Wands. You are ready to move forward. You are ready to take the ideas, the thoughts, the planning, and actually take it to the next level. So whatever this is the Eight of Cups. We are walking away from things that are not serving what you want. And then your last Eight of Pentacles. So this is advice for you. And this is going to be you actually putting the effort and the work into whatever this Three of Wands is. So let's see. So Three of Wands, like, this is something that you're passionate about. This is something that you are excited about. You have done the planning, and like you're starting to see the hard work that you've put into things come back. So if it's, for instance, like a side hustle, and you are, selling jewelry on Etsy that you've made, you're starting to see more success from that. You get sales, and people are enjoying your work, and they're spreading the word. And so now you're wanting to put more action behind the planning. and behind your passion. Don't be scared to walk away from something to move toward something that lights you up and something that you're passionate about. And I know that this is scary because it is kind of like a crazy time to be alive right now with everything going on. But sometimes a risk will pay off. I'm not saying like walk away from your current job and do this full time if you don't have the funding or the security to back it up. But what I'm saying is to put more effort into things that excite you and what you're passionate about and what you work hard for and that you want to do, and start putting more energy behind that, and walking away from things or people that aren't supportive, that don't understand what you're trying to do, that are not opportunities for you. Because we have this 8 of Pentacles as well for your advice, and it's very much like put the work in. You have been let's say training, you have been studying, you have been putting in the skills to make this a possibility for you. You can back your work up. You can cash checks because you have the money in the bank, if that analogy makes sense. You can cash checks, that's your money. That's what's going on in my head. So I see you definitely choosing you. I see you choosing your happiness, and I see you choosing to ignore the unsupportive stuff. So hopefully that makes sense for you and resonates, because that's pretty awesome. It's daring to do and it's hard to do, but 8s are a symbol of luck, and you got 2 of them. And they are a symbol of abundance in numerology as well as infinity. So put your effort into what you want and allow that to be returned to you. All right. We got Blue Breze next. Hi, Louise. Oh my God, I haven't been to a farmer's market in so long. Oh, they're so great. My neighbor is a fantastic gardener, and my garden is non-existent right now, like at all. Everything I've tried this season has died. And so they come over with this gigantic zucchini, and they're like, hey, do you guys like zucchini? Do you need one? And we're like, oh my God. Don't know what I'm going to make with it, but it's awesome. Bye, Sharon. YW, bye. Thanks for having a hangout with us. Girl, bye. I'm so happy you are a member. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you all. Yeah, the world is crazy, for sure. Thank you, my good. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. All right, Blue Breze. Hi, Ultra V. All right. Blue Breze. Let's see what's going on. Okay, that. Go back to where I want you to be. There we go. Oh, all right. Nice. All right. Okay, so first off, we've got the Ace of Wands here. So we've got some new beginnings, new inspiration, new creative juices flowing for you. Then we've got the Emperor. Okay, so this is planning. This is taking charge of yourself and what you want. Being authoritative, like a ruler. And then we have for advice the Knight of Swords. So this is charging forward, having a focus, being driven. Also, with the Knight of Swords, be aware, as far as the advice goes, be aware of how much you're focusing on this. This could be like a project, a new art project. It could be a new job, a new side hustle, but it could also be you focusing on yourself, like you kind of taking authority over you. So whether it's like, you know, going to the gym, eating better, like self-improvement, listening to tapes. Oh my God, I just aged myself. Listening to like self-help videos, podcasts. Oh my God, I feel old. Books on tape. This could be a lot of things regarding you personally, and you taking authority over the situation and planning. But the advice here is, yes, go forward with it. Yes, be driven, but at the same time, don't be hyper fixated on it. It's not something that you need to be like every day, all day. So for instance, if this is like you going to the gym, you do not need to be there 24/7. Okay. And you do not need to sit there and, you know, push yourself all day, all week. This is being driven, but, you know, allow yourself some grace with it as well. So if this is a project, a side hustle, like, yes, focus is great, but we need to also be aware of everything else that you need to focus on besides that. So make sure that you're, you know, doing your chores, your responsibilities, you know, taking care of yourself in other ways, not just that fixation. Planning is a big one that I keep getting. So like making sure that you dot your I's, cross your T's, making sure that if you are signing any documents or contracts, making sure you read everything. So it's just a lot of like making sure that you put yourself first and that you are planning everything cohesively. Hopefully my words are making sense. Oof. Oh, I'm so glad, Otison. Thank you so much, Tarot Imagery. Hi, Ferris. Zucchini sliced lengthwise and thin slices can be used in place of noodles and lasagna. Yes, I've seen that. Also, like, if you spiralize it. But your girl hasn't done anything like that before. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, so that's what I see. Be wary of focusing too much on one thing. Like, it'll burn you out, so to speak. Like, you're gonna get burnt out by doing that, and then you run the risk of like not enjoying what you're focusing on. Believe me, it's a huge thing in the creative realm. It's like once you start working on a project, you put your heart and soul into it, and then like that's all you think about and that's all you want to do, and then all of a sudden you are just can't get off the couch. All right. Ooh, I forgot about zucchini bread. Ooh, my mom makes really good zucchini bread. I'm going to have to get the recipe. It's like dense. Savannah, yeah, it's her bread is really good. I don't know the recipe, but she usually makes it around the holidays, and so it's really good. She's like, it's really bad for you, but you have to have some. I said, do I look like I care about it being bad for me? If it's good, I'm going to eat it. All right. Thank you so much, Blaine. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Hi, Finding the Similarity. You are welcome, Blue Breeze. Thank you. All right, Jasline is next, then Ferris on deck. Thank you, Monarch Butterfly. Oh, that's such a nice name. Yeah, it's actually really sweet. Yeah, this is just my, the tarot, and then over there are all of the others. So, Oracle, and yeah, it's a lot. I haven't counted. I mean, just by the sheer amount of videos on my channel alone, that should probably tell you about how much I have. Scary. That's scary. We don't talk about it. Okay, so who did I say? We got Jasline. Ooh, Jasline, are you about to take a risk here? Okay. We got the Nine of Wands. So there's definitely some fast energy for you. Looking like you might be taking a leap, a risk. Determined. Something you're passionate about, for sure. Then we got the Ace of Swords. So we're finding new clarity in the situation. And then we've got the Hermit for the advice here. So this is talking about like taking it easy, going internally and like figuring out what is going on. So like looking inward. And also like taking some time out for yourself. Like, You're finding clarity, but I think what's helping too with this clarity and kind of like, this is kind of like a new beginning for you in a way. I wouldn't say that it's like a brand new cycle or anything, but I feel like you feel renewed. Like you have more confidence. Thank you guys. You deserve the couch time. Completely understand that. Completely. Okay. Is there some form of anxiety, Jasline, around whatever this is? Like, I see you just going for something, but you have anxiety, creativity. New business. Okay. Like, okay. Makes sense. So, reinventing that sort of a situation, that's where I was getting that. Okay. So, but this is also like the feeling of there's going to be anxiety with any time we're talking about big change and you're doing something that is a big deal. So therefore that anxiety is going to be there. So it is a risk. It's kind of like a leap of faith within yourself, but there's confidence there that you kind of need to extract. You need to believe in yourself. You need to put confidence behind the action. And the Hermit here is literally telling you, look inside yourself. You've got this. You have all of the skill and the talent to make it work. You just need to or literally pull it out of yourself. And focus on all of your good qualities. So again, you might feel like, oh, maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe this is going to fail, or like all of those negative self-talks. But do you see how she's meditating here? And then this is literally giving me the feeling of when you meditate, you tend to have those thoughts that go across your brain. Like you think about all of these things, but the purpose of meditation is to be in the moment and to realize that, okay, I may just have thought that, but I'm going to flip it on its head. I'm going to turn it around. Like I'm not accepting that thought. So whenever you start having those negative thought patterns, you can acknowledge them, but then you can just let it go. It gets easier with practice. You can start knowing and realizing that you are negatively talking about yourself. And then you can start flipping it on its head. Or you can even go one deeper and try to figure out why that thought was triggered. So for instance, if you're thinking, I'm not good enough, you can turn it around and say, I am perfect. I am worthy of success. I deserve success. I am very good enough. Bad grammar. And then you can also go deeper and be like, okay, why do I feel that way about myself? Why am I thinking that? And then that's that meditation process of where you sit and you kind of go inside and be like, okay, well, it was because, my last thing didn't go so well, or it didn't go the way I planned. So that's why I'm thinking this thought. So it's just working on those thought patterns. It's hard at first, but it gets easier. We all do it. We're human. It's going to happen. But you need to be more confident in your you need to be more confident in yourself. Witchy Aunt is telling you, you got this. I see yourself getting more clarity, getting more ideas, getting more amazing inspiration and thoughts, creative ideas as well. But yeah, watch out for those negative thought patterns. Watch out for what you think and say to yourself, because, you know, subconsciously you start believing it, and then you won't take the chance again. You won't bet on yourself again. So knock it off. Okay. That's what I see for you. All right. No stinking thinking. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys so much. It's so nice to have you all here. Oh my gosh. And we have new subscribers, like a lot of new subscribers since I was live last, like 2-ish months ago. And the reason I haven't been live is because I've been trying to figure out the best way to set this up without it failing on us again. So thank you guys for your patience. I'm hoping that everything is better this time. At least you guys aren't lagging and blurry and all of that stuff. And we have 41 people in here. Oh my God. It's amazing. All right. We've got Ferris next. You are welcome. And then how you doing, Rowan? Do you need another mod? Oh my gosh, I'm going to laugh if the same cards keep coming out for everybody. Oh my God, no way. Okay. Ferris, you got the 8 of Cups for you. So you are currently walking away from something, or you are understanding that it's okay to do so. The Emperor, so taking charge, taking authority over yourself, planning. Good for now. Awesome. Okay. And then the advice here is to take the risk, that it's okay with this Knight of Wands. I swear to God, if we keep getting, this happens all the time. Those of you who are new to the live, when we pull for cards, we tend to get a lot of the same cards sometimes because we're all a collective. So we're all kind of vibrating on that same energy. So it's bound to happen. All right. So 8 of Cups, walking away from things that aren't serving your best interest. You are leaving people, friends, and things, or you're understanding that it's time to go. Working toward that. Hi, Isabella. Hi, Lordis. Nice to see you. Emperor, you're taking charge. You're taking your life back. You're like, no, this is what I want. And it's okay. And the Knight of Wands is like, listen, you got to do this for you. This is what's going to be best for you. This is what's going to be beneficial for you. And this is something that you want to do. So again, taking charge and planning are going to be key, especially if you're leaving something. Make sure you have a plan in place, or leaving a relationship even. Make sure you have a plan and goals. So if you need a support system, if you need another job, like for instance, if you are wanting to leave your current job, make sure that you aren't leaving with nothing set in place. Make sure you have another job. Make sure you have another thing set up to where you're not out cold. It is a risk, but it's a risk worth taking. Bet on yourself, and bet on yourself every time. So yeah, it's a lot of like, I just want to pull one more thing. Oh, that was quick. Oh, yeah, you're rejecting the things that aren't in your best interest. You're like, this is not for me anymore. We've got fear too. So whilst it's scary and it's hard sometimes to leave and walk away, this is, yeah, what are you hungry for? Yeah. This is not, the situation that you're in is not providing you what you need. And yeah, I can see that you're having anxiety, the frustration. Yeah, Okay, one more card. Sorry. Believe in magic. You are magic. Plain and simple. We all are. And this is about believing in yourself. This is about believing in the situation, believing that you are better than what you want to leave. And don't let fear or the possible fear of rejection or fear of the unknown keep you feeling small. Keep you feeling those negative feelings about yourself. Allow yourself to leave once your plan is in place and bet on yourself. Hopefully that makes sense and resonates. You've got this. You are literal stardust. We are all stardust. I think it's funny how like we as humans, we are just like so disconnected from everything. Like we think we're this like on this pedestal and we are above it all. And really what it comes down to is like our brains are meat sacks, like with electricity running through it. Like, what? we have money? We have jobs? What is this? We take things too seriously sometimes, is what I'm getting at. Oh, good, Ferris. I'm glad. Okay. Thank you, Rosemary. Okay, next we've got Nicole. Thanks, Lordis. Ooh, nice. Okay. Okay, so somebody's being at the end of the cycle here. I'm trying not to get the reflection. We've got the World. So this is like end of cycle, beginning of a new cycle, as well as success. Like you've learned everything you needed to learn, and now you're on to the next bigger and better thing. And we know this because we have the Eight of Pentacles here, which is all about honing your skills, getting better at said skills, the practice behind it. And the advice here is the Queen of Swords. So she's all about truth and nothing but the truth and the facts. So as well as she's a queen, so she is nurturing, although she's a little bit hands-off when it comes to the nurturing. She's a little bit colder, but nonetheless, she is nurturing. So the advice here is to be truthful to yourself, and to take authority over yourself. Base your practice in the facts and the truths. So for instance, if you are starting a new career, don't do the smoke and mirrors stuff. Be authentic. The thing with now, if we're doing new careers or new things, especially over social media, so even if you aren't an influencer, even if you aren't somebody who wants the spotlight, a lot of the times now when it comes to new businesses, they do TikToks, they do YouTube videos, because it's a way to get their voice and their product out there. So this is the kind of vibe that I'm getting for you. If you are starting something new in a career or a project or hobby, you name it, whatever this new thing is for you, this new cycle that you're working hard toward, be authentic. So for instance, if you start a YouTube account or TikTok, whatever, social media, whatever we'll call it, and it's about, jewelry that you make, going on with this, don't pretend to be more successful than you are. Don't do the smoke and mirrors. Don't, just be you. People will be attracted to you and the product for you being you. And it will get exhausting if you try to be something other than yourself. It is a charade that nobody wants to have to continually do, and your potential clients or customers will see right through that. You have worked hard on the craft that you are doing, the skill set. Do not do anything other than be authentically you. You have proven yourself worthy of, success and all of this stuff with the world card. You have the skill set and the talent to back it up. Be authentically you. Deal in the facts about your product. The imagery that I'm getting right now is like, those infomercials that they play here in America and some other countries as well. But like what I'm getting, like the Sham Wow or the tactical night glasses, like how they go over the top with their selling and like they fake things to make you want to buy them. Don't do that. Be authentically you. Sell your product legitimately and authentically, or your skill set, and you're going to be fantastic. People will gravitate towards you if you are real and honest and sell what you need to sell or do what you got to do that way. But that's what I'm getting for you. Hopefully that makes sense. Thank you, Jessica. Okay, I'll be quiet now. I don't know what you were talking about earlier, but like, oh, you have a larger peanut gallery. Okay, I didn't get it at first when I read that. I was like, what are you talking about? I know, right? It's crazy. It's insane in the membrane. All right, next we got Tiffany. You are very welcome, Nicole. Okay, so after the last person, Isabel, I'll go through to Isabel, and then we're going to take a pause so we can see where we're at time-wise, because I do have 2 dogs that I need to check on. They always up to no good. Okay, Tiffany. We've got the nine of swords here. So we've got some anxiety. We've got some stress going on. We've got the Empress here. So this is about growth, expansion, creativity, nurturing. And then we have the Hierophant. And so this is the advice card here for you. So the Hierophant is normally like, it's depicted more of religious pope type situation. But this could be a teacher, this could be a counselor, this could be a professional that has knowledge for the community that you're within. This could be you learning something. So what I see here is that there's a lot of stress going on for you, and understandably so, right? There's a lot going on in the world. But I think you're focusing too much on the things that are difficult, the things that are stressing you out, and you're not focusing on the things that you have control over and the things that can promote growth and expansion and nurturing. So like, it's almost like you're nurturing the wrong thing. Like you're putting too much energy into the stress and the anxiety and the negative emotions, which completely understandable. Like this is not me belittling the stress or whatever's going on with you at all. Believe me, I have been there. I am there. I understand this energy. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, but we need to kind of shift your focus. So we need to nurture the things that we love about ourselves. We need to nurture the good things that are going on in your life. We need to kind of shift your focus back to those things, the things that you can kind of control, the things that you can kind of put more energy into. This could also be an indication to maybe reach out to somebody who is like a mother figure to you or is a mother. Somebody that you feel comfortable with getting advice from, which again, the Hierophant here. So there is nothing wrong with seeking help in any kind of capacity, whether it's religious or professional, or, you know, even if it's just spending time with family or friends and venting it out. I'm getting a lot of like you keeping everything to yourself and you bottling it up, and almost like you're two different people. Like the way the juxtapositioning of these cards are to me, it's almost like when you're by yourself at home, or when you're completely alone, it's like you just have this negative thought pattern. You don't feel like yourself. But like when you're in public, or when you're like have to be at work, you're just like completely different, like almost like you have like a mask on. Which, get it, if that's how you're trying to cope, completely get it. But you need to shift your focus. You need to be able to do some self-care for yourself, however that looks like for you. So if it's sitting in a bath reading, awesome. But it could be you actually venting and talking to people about what's going on, what is stressing you out, what your struggles are. Or yoga, exercising, however that self-care looks like to you, the nurturing needs to come from you as well. You can't just, you can't keep doing that, because eventually it's going to just explode for you. You need to have an outlet for that. So how that outlook looks like to you, what's going to be beneficial for you, might not be what somebody else would do, but whatever is going to make you feel calm, centered, whole, nurtured, that's what you need to focus on. Oh, you're welcome. Right. Yeah. No, completely. Yeah, absolutely. We all have to we have our customer service face on, but I'm talking like nobody knows what's going on with you at home. Like you are completely like, everything's fine, I'm good. And then at home, you're like, that's what I meant. Thank you so much, Gracie. That's awesome, Isabella. Yeah, meditating. All right. Next up, we have got Comfy Cozy Luna. Cute. Someone is having a party on my street. Somewhere close by, I can hear the bass. You're welcome, Tiffany. Give yourself a break. Everything will be okay. And sometimes we just kind of like have to have that reminder from somebody else. Like, it'll all be okay. And it's okay to be selfish, to focus on yourself. Oh, yay. Okay, it is. Okay, yay. Hi. All right. Lunar. Yeah, it doesn't. Joking doesn't translate over the internet at all. Over text either. I'm always one of those people that if I'm texting and I say something sarcastic, I'm like, LOL at the end. Because I'm like, no mistaking that. That is a joke. Because sometimes my joking can be kind of dark too. I mean, I am a Gemini. Okay, what do we got here? Miss Lunar. We've got Queen of Wands energy. Yes, we love to see it. So being confident, creative, independent, like this is Beyonce energy. I am here for it. I am loving this for you. But we've got some temptation going on. We've got some devil energy going on. And it's not necessarily negative. I'm not seeing anything like that you should be really concerned about. I'm seeing like there's some attachment kind of going on, some attachment problems. So maybe some temptation attachments that you might need to kind of sort out. The advice here is this Ace of Cups. So this leads me to think that there might be some relationship attachments that we are needing to kind of maybe rethink, or maybe some habits that we need to rethink, because the Ace of Cups is all about like opening your heart to possible new relationships, to new feelings. This is like new developing emotions and feelings. Like it could be love, it could be like accepting that's not what I want to say. Like opening your heart to the possibility of new relationships. This could be your literal, like, what's the word I want to use? I'm like seeing it in my head. This is like okay, so you know like the stereotypical makeover for like the nerdy geeky girl in those cheesy romantic movies where they take the nerdy geeky girl and they remove her glasses and let her hair down and put her in a dress and she's like made over. Like this is your moment where you're like, okay, I know who I am now. Like I know what my best qualities are. I know what I want with this Queen of Wands energy. I know my worth. I know that I am this bold, awesome, independent woman. The attachments here, this is what you need to figure out. This is like, who do I need to cut off? Who do I need to look at that's like holding me back? That's keeping me from being my best, keeping me from experiencing the things that I want to experience. And this is like giving you the makeover. This is like, okay, I'm opening my eyes. I'm seeing what I need to see clearly now because I now have this new lease on life and on who I am. And I now can see clearly like the attachments that are negative and like the temptations that are there that I don't want anymore, that I'm not going to be held back. I'm going to be this awesome, amazing human being and move forward that way. All the single ladies, yes. Hi, Kathy. No worries. Hopefully that, okay, let's see. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Yeah. So absolutely, this is your time. This is your moment. And really like review the stuff that's holding you back, because that's what I see. You've got like a new lease on your like emotional life, like your love life and how you want to move forward with that. I mean, my words aren't coming the way that I want to have them come out, but that's what I see. Yay. Thank you, Geneva. Ooh, we've got the bass going over there. All right, girl, bye. She says, girl. Oh, I'm so glad. You're so welcome. All right, girl, bye. I love that. Like, peace out. That was cool when I was a teenager. Guys, I'm in a new age bracket. I'm no longer young, and it's killing me slightly. What? Ooh. Okay, one more. Let's see. Okay. Well, we've got the Queen of Pentacles here. So you must be doing something right, sitting up on your throne like that. Then, hold up, we aren't done. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. So you are making things happen for you. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So this is the advice card for you. All right, so let's talk about this. You are literally making it happen. You're putting in the work. You are doing what you need to be doing in order to create that abundant lifestyle. So keep going. You are on the track. You are literally abundant. I mean, everybody is abundant, but like, this is your time to like really put in that extra, like, okay, I got this. Nurture what you want to manifest. So for instance, if this is like a new job or like you want to get X amount of followers, that sort of a thing, like start putting in that manifesting right now, and moving toward that, putting more energy behind it. Because this Nine of Pentacles, this is literally like you earned it. You've worked hard. You've put in the work. You've done what you needed to do in order to be abundant and prosperous. And this is also like, treat yourself. Like, you deserve it. Like, you got it in the budget. You can treat yourself. Have that bottle of wine. Buy those shoes. That shirt that you don't need, go ahead and treat yourself and get it. You deserve it. So nurture what you want to grow, because this is the time. The advice here, though, the Four of Pentacles is, don't be like greedy. Don't be all about just like hoarding. It can be a little bit more, how do I want to say this? Trying to like verbalize what I'm seeing. So don't save every single penny, but at the same time, don't spend it all, if that makes sense. Like, treat yourself, yes. If you have it to help other people, and this is not necessarily like money, but like your time, your platform, like that sort of thing. If you can help other people, awesome. Do that too, because again, when you're manifesting, it's about that energy exchange. So when you hoard all of the gold like a dragon, it's not doing anybody any good. But if you put that money into circulation, you're putting that energy out there. So, you can save, and that's perfectly good and logical and what you should be doing. However, in order to get more of that energy coming back, because what is money? It's energy. You got to keep putting that, into circulation. So for instance, a great example is if you guys have ever made a money bowl at like the new moon or anything like that, where you create a bowl for prosperity and to bring money in, you're feeding the bowl with energy. So you put in a coin every day, or you put in an herb, or whatever that is, you're feeding that energy so that it will come back to you. So that's the vibe that I'm getting with this Four of Pentacles for your advice. But it's also indicating like you're good. You're stable. You've got a foundation going. The Four of Pentacles, like 4 is stability. So don't think that you're not good with where you're at. Like, you're good. But don't get too caught up with going to one or the other extreme, if that makes sense. Just want to see something real fast. Yeah, you're good. We've got the Dove of Peace here. So like, if you've been stressing, like, your moment is here. Your time has come. Like, things are going to start coming to you because you have been doing the work and backing it up to cash the check. Okay, that is what I see for you. Like, that's amazing. All of that abundance, balance. Yeah. And that's the thing, like, for real. It's hard. I mean, we're all going through, lots of changes. The money is crazy. So you have to remember, like, save is amazing and what you should be doing. But at the same time, like, you need to be able to treat yourself. You've earned it. You've worked hard. You have done everything you needed to do. So putting that energy back is going to create more abundance. I'm not saying go crazy and buy a Bugatti. What I'm saying is, like, buy the shirt or go take yourself out to dinner or, you know, do something that's going to make you feel good, but you're not spending your savings on it. But yeah, you're good. You've got enough to treat yourself. Like, you can allow it, is what I'm trying to say. All right. Ken Evans. Hello from Japan. Hi. Sorry, I'm just catching back up on everybody. Oh, Angel Susan. Oh, thank you. Thank you, my dear. You just made my day. No, I'm older. Hi, Blue. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Yeah, I am 35. Believe me, my body feels like I'm 80. So, you know, every year is a new thing. It's like, I woke up this morning, back hurt. Couldn't get out of bed. No. Oh, Lord. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not afraid of aging. It's funny. I have this this weird dichotomy in my head of, like, I don't mind growing old, but it's like there's so much that I've already missed out on. Like, I feel like the older I get, the less chance I'm going to want to do the things that I still want to do. So I'm just like feeling like I'm constantly racing against the clock, but I feel like everybody does that. I feel like that's, like, a very general feeling about aging, but, like, I don't mind, you know, going gray or getting wrinkles or anything like that, but my main goal is I just want to be healthy and fit to where when I am in my 60s and my 80s, I am not struggling to get around. Like, I still want to be active. So, like, I'm trying to do things now that will benefit my future self. So that's where I'm at. Do I want to, like, hike Mount Everest? Absolutely not. But do I want to be able to go to, like, Disney World and walk around all day? Absolutely. Like, I want to have my options. Oh my gosh. Listen, my 30s have been so much better than my 20s. I will not go back. Like, if you could pay me to go back, I would not take it. When you're 30, like, you know who you are, you know what you want out of life, like, you know what you won't settle for, like, you have direction, you have experienced everything in your 20s that you, like, really needed to in order to get this growth. So, yeah, would not go back to my 20s. Or, like, people who say, like, oh, would you ever want to go back to your high school days? Why? You can't do anything. Like, you're not legal to drink, vote. You can't go out and party? No. To be an awkward, gangly little thing? Mm-mm. The couch energies are so good. Oh. Thank you, Rowan. 1987. Oh my gosh. 67 on the 25th. Well, happy pre-birthday, Sandra. Happy birthday, Justice Warrior. Oh my gosh, another Gemini. When you reach 50, stop giving a crap. I've heard that. I really have. Like, if I could reach the grace of Helen Mirren at her age, my life is set. I'm done. Okay, Ken. 70s baby, aw. Okay. Come on, go back, go back, go back. Okay. So Ken, we've got some judgment here. So this is taking a time out for reflecting. Then we've got the devil card. So we've got temptation and attachments that we're looking at. And then the advice here is cool. We've got the magician. Okay, so let's break this down. So judgment regarding you in your spot is taking, it's kind of like a self-assessment. So think about looking in the mirror and then like giving yourself like a healthy critique. So it's not like, you know, beating yourself up for the things like we were just talking about. It's not that. It's looking at how far you've come, because we're talking about the number 20 in the major arcana. So this is like the second to the last card of the major arcana. So you're giving yourself a good hard look and you're like, okay, what do I want to bring with me? What do I want to leave behind? So that's where this devil card comes in. So as you're giving yourself this self-assessment and reflecting on all of the amazing qualities about yourself, your job, your relationships, your friends, your family, everything about you and what's connected to you, the devil card is saying, okay, what negative attachments do you have? What do you need to break free from? What do you need to release? What are your bad habits that you need to change in order to become the next level up, right? So like we're trying to level up right now. What's holding you back from, you know, the max level or whatever the video game talking points are. And then the magician says that for advice for how to get through this is you already know what you need to do. You have the skill set and you have the tools to remove yourself from the things that are holding you back. Like I said, it could be people, relationships. Sometimes it's hard to break those off, but the advice here is sometimes people will leave you when you start leveling up and start doing things that are good for you and serve your highest good and serve your best self, like your favorite self. We're not even talking about your highest self. We're talking about your favorite self. When you start doing good for you and leveling up and gaining all these experience points, people start getting jealous or they start getting upset because they're not at your level. And so they'll fall away. So they could be friends, family members. You'll just stop hearing from them. You'll stop seeing them put in effort. Sometimes it can be hard to initiate that yourself too. Very hard, but you already know. I bet you're thinking right now exactly the attachments that you have that are holding you back. So sometimes it's best to go about it in your own way on how you sever ties or work through it. But being as if this is here for your advice, you already know what you need to do in order to move forward. Sometimes the looking in the mirror is hard. Sometimes it is very difficult to realize, you know, it might be habits. It might be things that you really need to work hard to change in order to move forward. But it's so worth it in the end because this isn't the last level for you. You've got so much more coming and so much more that you could have, but you just gotta get rid of that. It's like, think about it like pruning roses. So every time you've got to prune these dang roses for you to get a new bloom, for you to get a new blossom. You got to cut off the dead weight, the things that aren't working for you anymore. It sucks, but eventually you're going to grow bigger, better, more vibrant because you did the hard cutting away. So hopefully that makes sense. But know that you got everything you need to succeed. You've got this. So believe in yourself. Manifest what you want. I know it's such a cheesy thing to say, but manifest what you want next. You know, you're so close to this new phase and this new cycle for you with this Judgment card that this is the moment where you're like, okay, I know what I gotta do. It's gonna be tough, but I gotta move forward. I gotta do it if I want to succeed, or I gotta do it if I want to be a better me. All right. That's what I see for you. Couldn't pay me to go back to middle school. Thank you, JL. Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with getting older. It's just my existential dread. Like, oh, what if I did this? Or I haven't done this yet. Like, I remember, like in high school, all I wanted to do was be able to learn how to surf. I wanted to be a surfer girl. I wanted to move down to the beach. I wanted to have my own board. I wanted to be out on that water. And now you couldn't pay me. I would not do it now. Well, I spoke too soon. But point being is, like, there's so many things that, like, when you're so young, you don't think about, like, the consequences and the actual risk involved. But you're like, I'm going to do it. I want to do this. And now that I'm in my 30s, it's like, maybe not that. Maybe not that. All right, next we have Blaine. Okay. Thanks, Ashley. Thanks, Trippin'. I can never say it. I feel so bad. Tiburroncina. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I'm awful with pronunciations. Happy birthday, Chris. Yay, we're twinsies. Thanks, Ashley. Okay, bye, Ferris. Thank you so much. Awesome. I'm so glad that this feed has been so good. Okay. That gives me hope. All right. Blaine. Okay, so first up we've got Two of Pentacles. So this is about balancing, juggling some stuff. Then we've got the Eight of Pentacles. So working hard, mastering skills. And then for your advice here, we've got barking dogs. There's a lot of people out front. So we've got the Lovers. So as advice... Okay, it's okay. Good babies. Good guard dogs. I don't mind when they bark when there's people out front because it's like it's like a security system for me. It's okay. You tell him. You tell him, Simon. Okay, so back to the reading. So Two of Pentacles means you're juggling some stuff. You're trying to figure out a balance in your work life, relationship, home life, whatever it means to you. There's a balance that you're trying to figure out. And it feels weighty. There's a lot going on. There's a struggle. It feels like there's not enough time for fun stuff. Like, you know, the things that bring you joy. The Eight of Pentacles, this is like you're currently mastering some skills. So whether this is like your work or your side hustle, it's skills. You're mastering, you're putting the hard work behind it. And so there could be that disconnect where you're focusing too much on learning all of this and working hard, that you're not focusing on, similar to the other reading earlier, where you're not focusing on anything else around you, that you're kind of just all in on this one skill set or learning or this hobby, whatever this is, because it's Pentacles. So I'm assuming it's a job skill. And Two of Pentacles again. So this is like work and then home and friends and fun. It's like, where is the balance? and you're struggling to figure it out. Like you're spending too much time with this work or skill that you're letting all of this kind of fall away, or you're barely getting by with the even distribution. But then the advice card is this lover card, lovers. So this isn't talking about relationships. This isn't talking about soulmate. This is talking about finding harmony, because the lovers is about a duality, kind of like if you think about black and white, and they kind of come together and create gray. We want to get you to where that gray is. We want to find that harmony between the two. So we need to figure out a way to where you have the time spent on your skill set and your work, but we also need to have time for everything else going on in your life, so that you're not so hyper focused on one thing. So this could be like you're working like 2 different jobs and you have no time for laundry and cooking at home and spending time with your friends and family. That's the energy that I'm getting. Like there's a lot of just all over the place. But the lovers, you can tell, hopefully, they're holding hands. Oop. They're holding hands. They're coming together. And they're creating this smoke up the middle here. Even the kitty cats are holding hands. Yeah, tails. So this is about finding the balance between everything. Calming the storm. And it's kind of up to you to figure out how you do that. Nobody's going to tell you the best way to do it, because what works for one person doesn't work for you. So you have to actually figure out where that fine line is to where you can finally have that harmony and that peace. Because what you're doing right now is wearing yourself thin. Thanks, Emily. Oh my gosh, go to bed. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love the water. So anything having to do with the water, I'm like all about it. Okay, so we have death, and then we have balance. So yeah, we're trying to find this balance. This death card doesn't mean literal death. What it means is like that old you is dying, so that, or the old ways, I should say, are dying. Like you can't sustain that. You can't sustain the uneven balance of work and home. You can't do it for much longer. It's going to end in exhaustion. So we're phasing that out, and then you need to have that balance to figure it out. Find that harmony. Find that what is it called? Just like the sweet spot. That sweet spot between the two. So if it means like taking less hours, or it means like less time at the studio, you know, that sort of a thing, you got to make time for other priorities too. And I know easier said than done, right? But that's what I see. I think you're going to figure it out. I think it'll be fine. You'll figure out what works best for you. I feel like sometimes we just need that push to be like, it's okay to not work as hard as we think we should, or give everything our all. Like as humans, we're so hardwired in this hustle culture where it's like everything we do has to be monetized. Everything we do has to be in some way, shape, or form, like pushing us forward with money. And that's not how the world should work. Like you should have downtime for yourself. Like you should be able to breathe. Like, you know, we all have hard times. We all need to push ourselves a little bit at times, but that's not something that we all can sustain. Like nobody is built for that life. Like we're humans. We're built to like sleep, eat, create food, and then run. Like that's what we're built for. We're not even built for that anymore. Okay. So let me get off of my high horse. Simon is sweet. Absolutely. Work in progresses are great, but yeah, a shift of perspective is great. Don't move hope to something else. Just figure out where you're overdoing it, because your talent and your skill set is there, but there needs to be a different way of looking at it, correct. But it's not saying give up. It's not saying like, you know, what you're putting in the effort isn't worth it. That's not it at all. It's creating, there's a scale, right? So like the little gold scale. So your basket in this workload is heavier than everything else. You just have to find a way to balance it. I know that might not sound sensical, but it's not saying give up at all. Too much work and no play. Yeah, I can understand that. This is my favorite deck of all time. I love using it. I only have one complaint, and that complaint is that there's not a lot of different diversity in it, but the Oracle deck that they did does. So, all right. It's not scary. It's just energy. Oh. Okay, finding the similarity is next. Thank you so much for Nemo Tarot. All right. Finding the similarity. Really wishing it can cool down in my office right now. Oh my gosh, stop giving me the same cards. All right. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is awesome. So you have worked hard to be where you are at. Love this. Then we also have the Emperor. So there needs to be some planning put forth. Because the advice here is the Three of Wands. So I'm laughing because like these are all cards that have come out before. Three of Wands. So I'm getting a lot of like self-care energy. Like, so the Queen of Wands is very much about nurturing. She is like the gentle mother. She is very much similar to the Empress in that way, where it's very much nurture and allow to grow like the fruits of your labor type of a situation. Like nurture what you want to grow. But you've worked hard to be where you're at. Like you're comfortable. You're comfortable in your skin. You have given yourself what you needed. You've worked hard to be where you're at. But like there needs to be that element of self-care too. Having authority over yourself and what you want. Planning ahead. Are you thinking about like a new direction? Like, is there something that you've been wanting to try or do that you've been like learning about, kind of planning out the details? Because it's almost like I'm getting the sense like you've already done what you've wanted or needed to do to become comfortable. But now it's almost like I'm getting the energy of like, I want to try something new, but I need to learn and plan it out. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat here. I've been looking for a new car. Okay, that was not what I was getting at all, but awesome. That's not what I was picking up. But, I mean, hey, that could be the other element here as I'm getting... Okay, Let me see what else is here. Because it's almost like, with this Three of Wands as the advice, it's almost like take the risk. It's like there's a lot of planning. There's a lot of like strategic planning going on. Again, we keep having the same cards pop out. So that's why I'm just kind of pulling some confirmation cards, because I just want to see. Because again, this is very much, there's a lot of people in the chat, so I want to make sure that I'm getting the correct. Yeah, something to do with creativity. There's a change. There's a change happening. Yeah, something to do with what you're passionate about, creativity, and a change. Like with this Queen of Pentacles, you're already comfortable. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, it's almost like you can take the risk because you're comfortable, monetarily wise, and like you're comfortable in your own skin. There's some sort of a change happening. And it has to do with your creativity and what you're passionate about. Sorry, I'm just catching up, making sure. Okay. Okay. So now, okay. All right. Cool. Okay. I was like, it's not the car. It's not. So that's the change. Okay. Perfect. All right. So taking charge, authority over yourself, but the planning, and actually taking those plans and putting it into action for the advice here. Okay. So this is something you're very passionate about. You have a lot of creativity, which indicates the videos. I love this. There's a big change happening. So like with the death card, please don't take that as an actual death. Like the old cycle is gone. This is a brand new cycle. Okay. The Emperor now makes sense with like taking charge over yourself and being in a sense of authority over yourself again. That completely makes sense now. So yeah, the advice here is definitely to like keep pushing and moving forward with this, because this is definitely going to be something that is going to be worthwhile for you. The Queen of Pentacles here can indicate too, like this is a good omen and a good sign for this, like to nurture these ideas and nurture your growth in this field, in this YouTube. Like, I mean, it is a lot of effort, it's a lot of work, but to keep continually putting that creativity in and the work in, and it's going to create benefits for you. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I'm like, I know there's a change here. Okay. This is why I ask questions. All right. So yay, I hope that helps. I hope that resonated. Thanks, Geeta. Happy birthday. I have to have that caveat with the death card, because some people are just like, oh, but like whenever it comes up, I'm always like, that's that caveat. I've got to say it just in case. The same with the Devil card. When that comes up in tarot, it's like, especially when it's not the scary, this one's not scary. So like when it's a scarier looking Devil card, it's like, okay, I've got to preface this by saying it is not the actual devil. All right, JL. Thank you so much. I'm glad. Yay. You know what? I actually really enjoy the Tower card. I know it's ridiculous, like, because again, it's like a chaotic card and kind of scary, but like, I find beauty in the fact that like there's change coming and that like we can rebuild. sometimes it's hard to like make that change yourself. And sometimes the universe is like, look, push. We're going to help you. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Ten of Swords either. I think actually my least favorite card is the Three of Swords, just because it's such like it's a lost card, and like you don't want to feel any of that energy. But it's a part of life. All right. JL. Ooh, okay. Okay, which way did that come out? I don't know. All right, so speaking of the Tower, so JL, we've got the Tower card for you. So there's some big changes a-brewing for you, but not to be scared, because they're all going to be beneficial for you with this King of Pentacles. So this is the energy of like, much like the Queen of Pentacles, this is like, you have worked hard for where you're at. I don't think that this is going to have a negative, like this change. It will feel like chaos. It will feel a little wonky. It is a change that maybe you have not been expecting, but it's for the benefit of you with this King of Pentacles. It's going to pave the way, or I should say clear the way for more abundance for you. It's not going to do any negative side effects, because again, I don't have any negative cards on here. I feel like it could be even like you being the catalyst for this change. But the King of Pentacles, just think about abundance. Just think about like I am going to get what I want. This is going to provide me the life and the lifestyle that I want, because you have put forth the effort. So think of it this way. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. So like we were talking about earlier, like people walking out of your life, or, you know, it could even be like a business that you're working at closing, or you being let go. But those things sound negative, but at the same time, they could be in that moment, but it's all for the benefit of you. So for instance, if you have a side hustle, I know we keep using this a lot, but it's the example that comes forth to my head first. But if you have a side hustle and you've been really wanting to turn that into a full-time gig, but you're too nervous and afraid of the unknown to leave your job, and then all of a sudden your job lets you go, or the business closes and is no longer a business, that frees up the change for you to then make your hustle the full-time job. So it could be seen as a negative at first, but it's only to be in the benefit of you. So I use that example because that's what happened to me. You know, I didn't want to leave my job and focus on YouTube, but all of a sudden 2020 hit and my business got shut down that I was working at. So I had no other option at the time, and I just threw myself into YouTube. So it benefited me. So that's the example that I'm trying to give you for, yes, it's chaos and it feels like, oh my gosh, everything's happening around me and happening to me, but it's happening for you. And the advice card is the Knight of Swords. Just like, keep your focus, keep your drive, keep moving forward. Things will be happening quite quickly. But again, all for your benefit. Like the King of Pentacles, you've got this. Like you've worked hard to get where you're at and to be on your throne. Like you've got this. Like I keep wanting to say you've got this because again, it might, that Tower energy might feel very chaotic. But if you can look at it, it's like, did she do that, or was it the lightning that did it? I know you can't really see, but she has a smirk on her face like, maybe I did do it. I'll never tell. So it's almost like there's a sense of relief when this happens too, because you know you're good. You know you're comfortable. You know you've got this. And just keep the course. Stay the course. Keep the focus and keep the drive. Because again, like I said, with that air energy, things are going to happen quick. My last name means towers. Oh, good night, Finding the Similarity. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, wow, Monique. That's actually very interesting. You know, a lot of people don't like the suit of swords, Lordis, and rightfully so. I totally understand it. There's a lot of quote-unquote scary cards, but if you look at it like negative thought patterns, like that's literally the suit of swords is just your thought patterns and what goes on in your head. And it just kind of makes sense because our brains are so weirdly wired that we always kind of focus on the negative parts of things, and kind of like the vindictive parts in arguments and that sort of a deal. So it kind of makes sense to me why the cards seem a little bit more scary than the other suits. And if you look at that suit like that, then it kind of makes it a little bit more gentler. All right. Hi, Dancing Oracle. Thank you so much. Oh, I am so glad. Sorry, the chat is catching up. I feel that, Rowan. I really do. Yep, change. Yep. Love it. Okay. We've got Savannah next, yes? Is that right, Rowan, Savannah? Yes. Okay, cool. Astro Rose, I am cutting off at Isabella on the list, and then we'll see where we're at time-wise, because we're already at 8:30. And I gotta check on my dogs and all of that. Oh, geez, Dancing Oracle, that is crazy. Oh my gosh. One of these days, I want to hear like the whole breakdown of that, if that is okay. Not, obviously not now, but like that is intense. I just got hit with like a wall of intense energy. Sorry, that's why I was startled. Okay, sorry, Savannah. And then everyone in the chat, can you please thank Miss Rowan for moderating and keeping up on the list? She deserves all of the love and adoration. She's amazing. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Dancing Oracle, you can DM me in my Instagram. I'll check it. And then if you have like a different username, just let me know in the message that it's you. All right. Savannah. Ooh. Just coming at me. Okay. You have all major arcana cards coming out at you. So there's big things, big energy your way. So we've got the first one, Strength. So to me, this is you needing to pull a little bit more from your reserves. Whatever you have been going through, I feel like you can kind of take a big sigh of relief. But you've needed to pull from your reserves. You've needed to like kind of take what's the strength that you have inside, not this strength, but like the strength, you know, internally. So like your fortitude, determination, your drive, all of that stuff, you've had to like pull that out in order to get through what you have gone through. There's a lot of vulnerability. There's a lot of feeling like the feeling of being naked in front of a crowd is what I'm feeling. But you also have the loose lips. you have the Empress card, which again is like nurture, growth, expansion, creativity, motherly feelings. So I really get the sense that you need to mother yourself right now. There's something that you went through, and you might still be going through it, and it's been hard, but this is the moment, excuse me, now that you need to kind of focus on yourself and really let yourself be nurtured by yourself. And I know that's weird sounding, but it's like no one can love you like you can. And you need to pour your reserves back. You need to kind of fill up your reserves for the next time in the ring. You know what I mean? So like, if you're trying to be there for everybody else and be the strength for somebody else, family, friends, whatever, like people are relying on you, you cannot give them what they need because your reserves are dried up. Your reserves need to be refilled. So that's the kind of imagery that I'm getting. Like, you need to fill yourself up. You need to give yourself the nurturing and the love that you would give somebody else. And you need to like literally love on yourself. However that looks like to you, because again, everybody's different. Everybody's self-care is different. You need some rest. You need some nurturing. Reach out to people who are your strength to kind of refill that reservoir. And the advice here is the Judgment card. So this is, again, looking in that self-reflection. But this is knowing that, as the advice here, it's like, you know how far you've come. You know the struggles that you went through. This is kind of like your aha moment. Like, I need to be doing this for myself. Like, how do I want to say this? The feeling is like, kind of like you've been doing so much, you're worn out. This is like you seeing how far you've come and what you went through, and then like looking in the mirror and being like, I love myself. Like, I love every scar, scab. I love all of this because I have made it through my struggles. I have, I'm a fighter. I'm a warrior. I did that. And so it's almost like pumping yourself up, seeing how far you've came and understanding like, yeah, like I've been in battle, but at the same time, I emerged from it. I was triumphant. Look at how far I came. And like really giving yourself the biggest pat on the back and putting that love back into yourself. Like, instead of like saying like, take a good hard look in the mirror and like figure out what you need to leave behind. This is like, take a look in the mirror and look how far you've come. Look at what you've done. Look at what you have accomplished. Look at all of the people you've helped. Look at like, yeah, you may be a little battered, a little bruised, but can I say that on YouTube? I don't know. But you have persisted. You have crawled through. You have done it. And you've come out on the other side of it. So now is the time for you to put all of that love and that fight back into you. Like, fill up the reservoir. Thank you, Steven. That's awesome, Monique. Sorry, I'm reading just in case I missed her comments or anything. Yeah, I mean, we're all collectively kind of vibing together, so some of these messages might resonate with you guys too. They were weird today at the farmer's market. Hey, Mermaid Bay. Thank you so much. So just making sure I got everybody. Okay, so that makes sense, Savannah. Just want to pull one more card for her. Yeah, get creative with how you are treating yourself. Get creative with that self-care. All right, who is next on the list? I'm so sorry, Savannah. Yeah, like, it felt heavy. Thank you so much, Silver Star. Oh, happy birthday to your daughter. You guys are going to make me cry. I'm so glad. You know, sometimes it sounds really cheesy, like, you know, like, I don't feel like I'm doing a lot by doing this. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like on the list of, like, helping people, I'm very far down on that list. Like, we've got doctors, teachers, we've got all of the people helping. Like, I'm down on the list. But if I can provide some good into your day, man, that's the bee's knees. That just, like, then I feel like I'm, like, doing my part. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm contributing. Like, I'm not changing the world by any means, but if I can at least provide you some comfort or provide you some camaraderie or anything of the sort, then, man, I'm doing my job. So I'm very happy that a lot of you are finding that with me. I appreciate everybody who has come around and stuck around. There's a lot of you that have been here with me from the very beginning, and it just, my heart is so full. It's very much that thankful energy. You are so welcome. We absolutely are family here. Totally know what you mean. Absolutely. Alrighty, we've got Isana. Hopefully I said that correctly. Isana Rusi. You guys have been patient. Thank you very much. I know I talk a lot, but when I do pick a card readings or these things too, like, there's a lot going on up here that I see that I need to be able to get out in a cohesive and intelligent way. So thank you for letting me just do my thing. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so we've got Seven of Wands that popped out first. King of Pentacles again. And then we've got the Page of Swords. Okay. I should put my hair up, but let's bother. So we have Seven of Wands. So we are setting boundaries, or we're learning to. Sticking up for ourselves. This is awesome. I feel like you're still learning how to do that. Please remember, everyone out there, that no, just a simple no, is a complete answer. You do not have to give a reason why you said no. It is a full sentence. It is a boundary making word and sentence, and I highly suggest you all use it creatively. And it'll be an eye-opener for the people that you say no to when you just say no and walk away. So 7 of Wands is very much sticking up for yourself, creating boundaries. If you can imagine like a big bubble around you, that's your boundary. You want to stay within it. And then also please remember that anybody that is trying to enter your bubble after you have created that boundary, they are the reason you created that boundary in the first place. So don't let anybody keep trying to get through your barrier and your boundary. Okay? You put it there for a reason, and those people that keep trying to weasel their way in, leave them. Not worth it. We've got King of Pentacles energy. This is like you being abundant, working hard for where you're at, having everything you need. You're very generous. You're somebody who, like, this is why I feel like you're just learning how to set boundaries. You're trying. But I say you're learning because you're very generous and you want to help and you want to be that person for everybody. You want to people please and you want to, like, I get this energy a lot because I'm feeling it. I'm like, oh, I recognize this. This is the energy of like, you're kind of like overcommitting because you're like, if I want to help, I'll help. If I can, I can. But this is about like you giving yourself a boundary from that. Like, you're such a generous soul and you want to be there for everybody and you want to help, but you have to understand too that like you have your own kingdom to rule. You have your own priorities. Like, everybody can take a back seat to you now. And that's that struggle. And this is why I say you're learning, because we have this Page of Swords here for the advice. So this is all about discovery and learning and studying. Did I say that? But yeah, discovering and learning. And so you're figuring out how to say no. You're figuring out healthy boundaries. So you're not putting the boundaries there because like everybody's, disturbing you or, being mean or that sort of thing, being negative. It's like you're so generous that you can't do everything for everybody else. You can't be that person for everybody else. You have to cut it off because you need to give yourself that. So like, I feel like you're learning how to do this right now and you're struggling a little bit because you're just too kind. Let me just catch back up. Thanks. Yeah, I like it down too. It's just hot right now because of the lights and then this room. Hi, Joan, you're back. Yeah, I will probably be getting off here real soon, actually. Bye, Louise. Bye, Sandra. Good night. Yeah. So anyway, I feel like you're definitely learning how to give yourself some boundaries and how to set it, how to protect yourself from doing too much because you're too nice. And that's not a bad thing, but like people do take advantage. Yeah, you need to figure out how to give yourself some boundaries there. Protect yourself. You can think of it like everybody's leeching off of you. Energetically, physically, like they're taking what they can because you're not saying no. And some people don't look at it like a negative thing. Like, hey, if she says she'll help, she's going to help. Awesome. Other people take advantage and they're like, she says she's going to help. What can I get out of that? So learn to say no. It's okay. Nobody's going to hate you for saying no. Nobody's going to hate you for sticking up with yourself. There is strength in saying no. There's strength in boundaries. And you know what? People will respect that. the people that care about you and about, you know, your well-being, they're going to respect the fact that that you're saying, no, I can't. No. Or I'm not picking up that extra shift. I'm sorry. I have, again, don't even need an excuse. No. So again, learn to set boundaries is hard, but remember, you can't pour from an empty cup like we talked about. So you have to be okay with saying no, even though it might suck and you might feel like they're going to be upset with you or anything like that. If they're upset with you, that's their own problem. Like, you have a life too. You have needs that need to be met too. And again, remember, there's always a two-way street. If they aren't reciprocating, they might be taking advantage. So just be aware of the people that you are being so generous with, and understand that you can put yourself first and it's not selfish. We all need to learn that. I don't know who or what guru on the TV said that, you know, putting yourself first is selfish. You cannot possibly do anything for anybody else if you are depleted. How is that selfish? Now we got fireworks. Oh, crap. Yeah, I definitely will have to be going after this because we've got fireworks being lit off. So Isabella is the last one. I gotta take care. My dog does not do well with this at all. So I'm gonna have to be there to snuggle him. All right. Next up, we got Lordis. Listen, the Prism Oracle, one of my favorite oracles. It's probably the one that gets the most use. Highly recommend. Absolutely, yeah. No, just no. Yeah, we finally took my dog Walter in to get the last resort. Like, we didn't want to get him anti-anxiety meds for the fireworks, but the last 2 years, like, he got so stressed out. He was like, there was no calming him down. He like burst an eye vessel because he was barking and stressed out. And so, like, we did everything. The vests, the calming sprays, the treats, the calming treats, all of that stuff. Nothing worked. And so, like, we took him to the vet and he was just like, yeah, let's try this and see if it works, because you've done everything you possibly could do. And, like, we're working on the reinforcement theory of, like, if he calms down from the sound, then he gets a treat, so that he understands that that particular sound is okay to hear. But yeah, the poor thing just gets too stressed out. Anyway, I'm so sorry. Okay. There's been a lot going on in my neck of the woods the past couple months. Okay. One more card for Lordis. There we go. All right. Lots of wands energy. They are all wands. So we've got the Knight of Wands, 9. I know, babies. Then we've got the Page of Wands. And then for advice, we've got the 8 of Wands. All right. So the Knight of Wands energy is all about, like, persistence, getting back up on the horse, like, to keep going, picking yourself back up again. If you can see, they're pretty, they've been through it. They're bandaged up. I'm trying to choose my words carefully for YouTube guidelines. I don't know what's appropriate to say anymore. So they're ready to get back up and go again. So that's you. So they're very determined, very persistent, you have that perseverance about you. And that's great because we're talking about like taking on a new adventure, maybe learning something new, going where your bliss is, your passion, focusing on your creativity, focusing on what lights you up. And it's kind of a risk. It's like an adventure. It's like we don't know what's going to happen, but like, we're kind of okay with it. Kind of like, it's that wanderer feeling, like free spirit, that kind of vibe. Like, what's around the river bend? Like, we're going to figure it out. We want to go toward it. It's almost like, okay, you've been there, done that. Now you want to try this. Like, you're ready for it now. Like, almost like you had a trial period. And now you're like ready to take that adventure or that risk or that leap. Like, you're trying to, like, you've already done the hard part and you knew you can do it. Like, you got back up and you're like, okay, I can do this now. So now you're like, all right, like, I'm ready to have fun. I'm ready to try this adventure. I'm ready to like take this risk. And then this 8 of Wands is like, you're not stuck anymore. Like, it's things will happen quickly now that you're kind of focusing on a new direction. Like, it's that feeling of not being stuck. It's that feeling of things are kind of like moving in the right direction. So just kind of go with it. Like, it's the feeling of, okay, the winds have changed. And I'm kind of just going to fly with the seat of my pants and just go where the wind takes me. Hopefully that makes sense. Ooh, Joan, you've seen the Queen of the Moon Oracle in a few of my moon readings. It's beautiful. Let me get one oracle card here for Lordis. Let's see. Comfort. So it's like, whatever this is that you're going to be going toward, it's not going to be uncomfortable for you anymore. Like, it's going to feel natural because you've already done the hard part. You've already succeeded and got through the hard part. So now you're on to like the next adventure and the big thing for you. And like I said, you're not going to feel stuck anymore, and it's going to move very quickly for you because like you've made that decision and you are ready to take on the next big thing. It might be a little scary at first, but again, you've already been there, done that. You've made it through the worst and the hardest part of it. So now it's kind of like, all right, so this is new. This is fun. It's kind of that energy. But yeah, like I said, things will start happening for you quickly with this 8 of Wands. This advice is just kind of roll with it. Just kind of go with it and see where it ends up. Nothing negative on here. Awesome. All right. You are welcome. Alrighty, Isabella, you are up, and you're going to be my last one. But for those of you sticking around, I'll have a chat after Isabella's. So don't go anywhere just yet. Change afoot. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. So Isabella, we've got the Death card. So there is a transformation happening for you, to you right now, because it is about you. This Death card is awesome. So it's like a door is closing because a brand new big one, beautiful doors opening up for you. Cords are being cut, allowing you to break free. And again, look at we got the Tower card. I'm cracking up because literally, like, we've been having repeat cards here. So change is the message here. You're going, if you're not already going through it, you're going to be going through it like quickly and soon. I'm not quite sure what this has to do with, but I know this is a transformation for you personally. So if this is a new career path, or if it's a new relationship, something big is happening for you for this big change moment. So like old habits are dying, old ways of thinking are dying. We're bringing in the new. It's going to feel a little chaotic. It's going to feel a little clunky. Things aren't going to, settle in just yet, just right. But yeah, there's a lot of like, oh, new love life. Okay. This is kind of exciting because the advice here is this Knight of Cups. So this is a very, like the romantic knight. So the advice here is just to kind of go with it, like see where it ends up. It is a outstretched hand. So this is kind of like embrace it. Embrace this new love life. See where it goes. Don't get scared of it. Sorry. I'm laughing because I keep hearing the beat and I'm like thinking to the beat. Don't get scared of like what could be, or, the future of this. Just like go with it. This is an outstretched hand saying, let's go have fun. Let's go try this out. Let's like have fun and see where this goes. Like, don't worry too much about the future of it. But there's good vibes here. There's good vibes. I'm feeling like a good connection since it is the Knight of Cups, but don't jump in head first all the way just yet. Let things kind of settle. Let things kind of fall into place before you start making like big plans, like don't move in together just yet. Don't, because we do have there's a shark in the water here. This guy's kind of hanging on for dear life. So not to say that this isn't a good fit, but it's to say like, be grounded with it. Like stay in reality. Don't drift off into what could, should, would be just yet. Don't over romanticize it just yet. Because like a lot of the times when you start a new love life, it's all like, oh my God, like hearts for eyes and honeymoon time. And that's fantastic. But also make sure you're grounded. Like be real about, what you want out of the relationship and, your expectations, and have ground rules and that sort of a thing. But just have fun. Like don't put so much weight behind this at first. Allow yourself time to get to know each other and connect. And like I said, lay out your expectations, because again, there's a lot of change happening and it can feel chaotic, and you don't want this change to happen and it just be like, what do I want to say? You don't want to fall back into old patterns in past relationships. There's a reason why this change is happening. So this is going to allow you to be the best version of yourself for this relationship. So you should expect nothing less from your partner. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, lots of change. All right. Hopefully that makes sense. Oh, thank you, caffeinated friend. You're welcome. Okay, so first of all, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I know that it has been a long time, a long time since I've been live, but I really wanted to make sure that I was giving you quality lives. like I said, if we choose to do a unboxing or flip through, the camera will be on the cards, not me. But when we do readings like this, I really like to talk to you face to face, face to screen. So it's nice to be able to do that. This way too, it prevents lag, it prevents all of that. Tech-wise, I figured out what I was doing wrong, so that's awesome. I'm very happy that things ran smooth tonight, so that gives me hope for future lives. I plan on going live at least twice a month. You will always know in the community tab on my YouTube page when that will happen. We'll vote on what's going to be going down for the live. But I also want to try out different time frames too. I want to get your guys's preferred times. I don't mind doing like a Wednesday night like we did before, or a Wednesday during the day, and a Saturday, because it seems like that's like a good time frame for you guys, because all of you are around the world. It's going to be hard to please everybody, but I'd like to be able to like switch it up a little bit, make sure everybody has a chance to kind of get on when they want it, when they can. So I'll kind of throw out a post or a poll to figure out like general times that would be good for everybody. And again, you guys have to remember I'm in California, so your time frame might be different from mine, so we'll figure it out. Also, what was the other important things I were going to say besides thank you? I'm going to have some videos come out soon. I've got 2 brand new decks from US Game Systems that were sent to me, so those will be coming out soon. I also have a really important video that I'm going to be dropping hopefully this week about diversity. I know, like, some of you are like, why do we need to hear it? It's another kind of like public service announcement that needs to be talked about, that needs to be said. So it's an important video, and I would appreciate ahead of time, I'm letting you guys know that all the comments should be respectful. You guys can have your opinions, absolutely, but please remember that people other than myself read your comments, so they need to be respectful. A lot of these kind of public service announcement videos make me kind of anxious because I don't want to offend, but this is an important topic that we all need to be more well versed on. And so, like I said, it's an important video. So I would love your guys' support with that once it comes out, to make sure you guys like it so it gets pushed to through the algorithm. And also, thank you guys for doing that when we do the premieres. It really makes a difference. When you guys do like the videos, it pushes it out to more people, and it also pushes out to the subscribers that have their notifications turned off. And sometimes YouTube does that weird thing where they unsubscribe and subscribe people, and the notifications get turned off. I know some of you haven't been receiving those notifications. So if you're one of those people that have not had notifications about the premieres or the uploads or anything of the sort, go ahead and try to unsubscribe, wait a second, and try to subscribe again, because that might reset your algorithm. I've heard that might work. So I've been doing my due diligence on the other side of the screen. And then I feel like there was something else I was going to talk about, and I don't really know. I can't remember now. But with all that to say, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Like, I don't have words. You guys are all the difference. We've grown so much and so quickly, and I can't wait for the next big thing to happen. If we grow, we just get bigger, and that allows me to do bigger and better things for you guys. I do have a second channel if you haven't checked that out yet. That'll be more of like a hodgepodge of anything and everything. So if you're looking for more vlog type styles or craft type videos or just product reviews, anything of the sort, it'll be on that channel if it's not related to tarot or witchy things. And if you have anything that you guys want to see on that channel, please let me know, and you know, tag me and stuff on Instagram or Facebook. Let me know, and comment just, you know, I'm value your guys' opinion, and I want to give you guys what you want to see. So if it's not tarot or witchy related, it'll be on that channel. I want to get that to grow and get monetized over there so I can continually do bigger and better things for you guys. So if that's what you want to see, head over to that channel. And then, yeah, I'm going to go be with my babies. And thank you guys for a wonderful birthday. I appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, no hate at all. Absolutely. High cognition ghost gnosis. Oh my gosh, can't read. So there will be more lives now that it's running smooth, but just pay attention to the community tab post. Like every week, go click it to see if I posted something, because again, the algorithm's funky. That's where you'll get all of the updates, all of the information. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification bell on your way out. That way you will never miss anything. If you want the new videos first, if you want the content before everybody else, I highly suggest checking out my channel membership as well as my Patreon, where everybody gets the content before it goes live publicly. And that's a huge support. So thank you to my channel members and my Patreons who are in the chat. I appreciate you guys so much. And also I do have merch. I'm advertising myself. I do have merch available in the link as well. All different types, like go crazy. And then also the last thing that I'm going to do to advertise myself is I do have an Etsy shop where I do private readings. I have different tiered pricing, so there's something for everyone. So if you didn't get a chance to get a reading tonight, check that out. And like I said, every little bit goes back into providing content for you guys. So thank you so much. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Like, I can't stop saying that enough. So I love it. Mwah. And yeah, thank you for making my birthday special. And I will see you guys in my next video. I love you and I like you.